Morning everybody, welcome back for term 2. Today is the 27th of April. It's coming up to midday. All of our students are in class, everyone has arrived happy, and the school has a really great feeling, and we're looking forward to a smooth and productive term ahead. The toilet renovations were completed during the school holidays and the demountable toilets have been removed, so there's a bit of a sense of normal space around that end of the school. We are still struggling with everything drying out after such a rainy spell, and that is in fact going to impact cross country tomorrow. We've had to make the decision to delay that for another week. Both Oakley Park and our own grounds are very, very damp, and we need to have a bit of a chance for some sun to get onto it. So fingers crossed in that space. Now, we also have a bit of a staffing update. Ms. Kiralee Fogarty, who's been with us for the last few years in the role of learning support teacher, finished at Thornley West Public School, and Mr. Mark Atherton has returned from his short stint at Orange Public School. He'll be supporting the learning support team and also supporting us in a range of other ways throughout term 2 with possibility of extension into the end of the year. So I'm sure you'll join me in welcoming him back to our school. We are starting to use the central parent portal as our primary means of communication with our families. So if you've received the link to this video via the central portal, that's great, you're on board, you don't need to do any more. But if you're receiving it through any other means, and we're still keeping our old systems going for the first 4 weeks, you'll need to transition over to the central parent portal. Simplest way is to go to your app store or to the Play Store, type in Central, spelled SENTRAL, download the app, and the office did distribute some keys, sort of some shortcuts and passwords that you'll need to get into there that will link you to your child's account. If you've lost those, please contact the office and we can help you out. Daily notifications for attendance will be going through that space, and that's also how push notifications will go out to keep everybody in the loop. You can have a direct link straight through to our school calendar, and when the reports come out later on this term, that's how they'll be issued. They'll be available for parents to download current reports, and as time goes on, previous reports will be there as well. You can also access your child's attendance record. So a really good space to self-manage quite a lot of stuff. So the secret is type into the App Store Central, SENTRAL, download the app, look through emails for the keys that went home from the office late last term, and you'll be off and running. Easy peasy. Now, probably the biggest thing for this term is around what's happening with the change in COVID settings. And last term, the close contact rule had a really big impact upon the school in terms of staff attending school, and also to do with students who perhaps their sibling or someone in the household had COVID, that then put the whole family out, and that can have a bit of a knock-on effect. So I've got a very, very simple flowchart to show you the department has prepared for us, which outlines the ways in which you may be able to attend school, but also the times in which you would need to self-isolate. So let's presume for a moment that there is somebody in the household who has tested as COVID positive. You need to determine then if you can come to school. So are you a close contact? And the answer is no. If you're not a close contact, there's nobody in your household that has COVID, well then of course you come to school or work as you would in any other time. Obviously, if you are unwell with any other type of illness, then the best place would be at home. If you are a close contact, the first question is, are you symptomatic or not? If you're a close contact and you are symptomatic, you need to test and isolate, which is exactly the approach that was underway in term 1. If you have no symptoms, the next question is, are you part of the mainstream school enrolment? So in other words, you work or study in a mainstream setting. If you study or work in a mainstream setting and you have no symptoms, you can return to school with specific measures in place, which we can cover in a few moments. If you work or learn in a support setting, even though you have no symptoms, then you would need to continue to learn and work from home. So a little bit different compared to last year. And the way that we're going to help explain that to everybody and to set it out is we've got a letter that's going to be going home today. It's quite long. It should go out via email just before the end of the day. We feel it will be ready. So it's a 3-pager. It's going to take a bit of reading to get through. I guess the important thing is what's new in term 2. So the first part really talks about exactly what's been happening over the last couple of terms. What's new in term 2 relates to the close contact isolation requirements. So we still need to know if somebody is at school and they are a household contact. It is important to make sure that if anybody is attending and they're a household contact, that they are utilising rapid antigen testing each day for 5 days after that contact and return a negative test each morning before school. So that's really important as well. Any staff or high school students that are close contacts would need to wear a mask, and primary school students who are close contacts but attending school, we would recommend that they wear a mask. No staff or students who are close contacts will be attending overnight excursions. And obviously, any students or staff who attend in our support classes would need to remain at home during this period. The same rules apply for visitors. So this is anybody who is in close contact with students would need to make sure that if they're a close contact, they're conducting a daily rapid antigen test and they return a negative result and they wear a mask in indoor areas. To help support the community in the next week or two, we'll be sending home 1 box of rapid antigen tests for each mainstream student or staff member, and 2 kits will be going home for those people who learn and work in our support classes. So that really outlines the changes that we're seeing. It's quite different, and the whole idea is to make sure that we can maintain our school open, that everybody is safe and well. There is information in the letter that goes home today around the spacing between booster shots for primary school age children, so I'd encourage you to read that as well. And of course, the same message as always: if you're unwell, do please stay home. But all the information is contained in that letter and will in fact be included on our school website. So from everybody here at Thornley West Public School, welcome back to term 2. We hope you really enjoy your week. Fingers crossed for some fine weather, and don't forget about the central portal. Thanks everybody.